This was published March 27, 1898. Today, people generally accept that the first legitimate king of dynastic Egypt was a man named Menes or Norma, who ruled around 3100 BCE. Prior to that date being accepted, almost everyone agreed that Menes or Norma ruled at least 2,000 years prior to that. This article places him at 5700 BCE. That's almost 3,000 years earlier than today's given date. Many believe that the dates for Egypt were changed to make it line up with dates in Mesopotamia. People love to say that Mesopotamia is the cradle of civilization, so they couldn't let people think that Egypt existed as a nation thousands of years earlier. Also, there is something called pre-dynastic Egypt, meaning we have archaeological evidence that Menes or Norma was not the first king. We have the tombs and names of many of these kings. In fact, when you read the kings list that the Egyptians themselves wrote, it is clear that they have a list of kings which goes back about 10,000 years or more. What we call the gods of Egypt, or what the Egyptians called the Neteru of Egypt, well, some of them, they are most likely very early pre-dynastic rulers and influential people who were turned into deities after their death. And many of their historical exploits were hyped up and preserved in mythological stories which were based upon facts. Quote, the earliest date assigned to Menes is 5702 BC, but according to the Egyptian list of kings, more than 2,000 years passed under the divine and semi-divine dynasties, so that this latest find takes us back about 10,000 years ago, the time preceding the earliest of the so-called prehistoric tombs found by De Morgan. M. Amelia's researches, if confirmed, prove that Osiris, Isis, Set, and Horus walked the earth, breathed, married, ruled, fought, died, and were buried. Hotep. Like, share, subscribe.